The first review I saw in Mulan was like not worth $30. Just wait, don't even worry about it. And then the other review that I saw, she was like, "Oh, it was it was good. It was action packed. It wasn't." She called it the most feminist movie from Disney. That's what she said. That's what she called
Now
it.
you just made me not want to watch
I was already
it.
um
Or even okay, leave all that aside, right? Leave
okay.
all that aside.
Uh-huh.
Who's like in this right now between us three? Who's like favorite, or is Mulan one of those movies that's like, oh, I want to watch, or even as a kid you were like, oh, put that on.
Yeah, you know what? That's
The
Eddie,
I
only
never.
the only reason why I even liked like Mulan when I first watched it was because of uh
Mushu.
Eddie Murphy who plays Mushu. Yeah, I doubt they're gonna have Eddie Murphy play this.
You
Do
never
the
know.
voiceover
Mushu's
for
not even in the movie.
He did the. Oh, he's not.
so the whole then it's like, so why, that's the only reason why I liked it.
But that's
So
that's a
that's why
big part of the
it
movie.
that
Yeah.
anybody else is like you, for example, saying, oh, I don't know if I want to watch it or what. Like,
I
of
don't.
course,
Uh-huh.
like to me, it wouldn't be worth $30 because if Mushu's not in the movie, which is the main reason why I liked it, what is the point?
Exactly. Yes, I
Hold
do
on,
agree.
hold
Fuck
on, hold
that.
on, hold
Yeah.
on.
It's
Mushu
Mushu's
is
not
that
even.
that little dragon thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
it was
dog.
hilarious in that.
But here, I bet the reason that they didn't do it is because they didn't want to have an animal or a pet in there named Mushu, which they would probably think is racist because that's a Chinese food dish,
Yes, that is exactly
and then
why they
they
didn't do
probably
it.
could they probably couldn't think of another way, another spin on it to have him in there.
As if the old, like, it'd be different. I get what they're coming from, but at the same time, it'd be different if the original was burned and every copy in the world was ever like taken off, or like nobody would be able to go and purchase it. Nobody would have it. It's like it's still out there. So anybody that wants to watch the animation and then compare it to the live action, they'll be like, "Oh, there's a huge component missing."
The live
Yeah.
actions don't hold up though.
What's that?
Which live action really holds up though?
Oh.
Oh, which one of them
Lion
do?
King.
No, I haven't seen Lion King. I have not seen
Don't.
any.
I didn't see Lion King because that is my favorite Disney movie when I was growing up. So I was just like, I'm not gonna do that to myself. Watch the live action and be like, they ruined the movie. Um, but Aladdin, we watched. Did you go with us, David? I don't
No,
know.
I didn't go. I didn't go.
We watched Aladdin.
Wow.
I thought Will Smith did good because that was the other, like, why I was iffy about Aladdin, because I was like, well, Robin Williams is Genie,
Yeah.
and Genie's kind of the big
The big part of the
reason why
movie.
I
Yeah.
like fucking Aladdin. So I was like, can somebody else play that? And I thought he did good. I thought the movie overall was good. Would I watch it again? If it's on like at a barbershop, yeah.
If it's on like at a barbershop.
I'm not gonna go out of my way to. That's why I'm like, for me, I wasn't, maybe because I'm not that big of a Disney fan. I don't
Mhm.
know if you are, Dave, but that's why for me it was like Mushu's out, or not Mushu's out. Mulan's out. All right,
Look,
cool. Like
uh-huh.
I'm not gonna even look at the reviews, or because it's not. It wasn't like
I had
I'm
to.
a huge Disney fan, so I'm like, I want to see whether it did good or not.
I'm a big
That
fan
makes
of
sense.
the.
You go, Mushu's out, Mulan's out. All right, get this guy back in the picture.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the animated versions. So I waited. I saw the trailers back when it first premiered, and I was like, all right, no Mushu in the trailer. I assume it's like gonna be Eddie Murphy's probably gonna be in it. Heard no press about it. I just assumed he was not in it, even before looking into it, because when I finally did look into it, which happened to be when I found out that it was going to be released on video on demand.
Did you
No,
not think it was gonna be like a feminist based movie?
That hadn't crossed my mind.
I'll be honest. Yeah, no, it had not cost.
Oh, really?
I thought they were
Yeah.
gonna be
Because
mature
out
about
of
it.
Disney, that movie,
It
not
Go
out of all.
ahead.
but not out of all of them. But that one, like I think I'm thinking of other movies like maybe like The Little Mermaid. Like there's central.
That one's not
Um,
live action yet, though.
Oh
Never did
man.
I say that.
No, but it's different
He's made a
because.
point. No, no, no. It's not different. It is not different because those movies, even in the animated version,
Uh huh.
they were the main characters. They were like the main character. It's
See,
not like Aladdin, where Aladdin was really the main character,
uh huh.
or Lion King, where Simba was the main character, not Nala. That's what I'm thinking of. Those two movies in part, like Little Mermaid
That to
and
do with feminism?
that they were no, they were the main character. And in this climate, you would think that they wouldn't go that angle.
Yeah.
Like that's naive because it's like even like if they did it with Avengers where they had that one scene where all the females, as if all the guys were fucking taking a nap,
Mm-hmm.
and they were like, "We'll get you there," and all of them fucking presented. That was a feminist move.
Okay.
That was
Yes,
like,
that
oh,
was
female empowerment.
that
So
that.
you think
Uh-huh,
that a
yeah.
movie based on that the main character is a female, they would not make it a feminist thing.
No, because they did that movie Sleeping Beauty, Snow White, and those movies have a man in shining armor that comes to save them.
Sleeping Beauty is asleep for most of the time.
Apparently
You
that's
don't
like an
say.
allegory.
So, of course, the guy's gonna show up more on the screen than the female is, right?
The thing is that no, I didn't expect them to do that because China. It's a Chinese movie and Chinese.
It's
It's not a
not
Chinese
made.
movie. It's a Disney movie.
No, it's a Chinese movie. Like
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Listen, we're just talking. I don't know why you're having
Wait,
this
the
tone.
story was developed in China?
Answer the question.
it takes place in China. Yes, the story.
No, no, no.
No, no,
Was
there's a
the
difference.
story
There's a
developed?
difference.
Actually, yes, I
China.
believe it's. Yeah, I believe that the original
Okay.
story
No,
comes
no,
from
no,
China.
no, no. This
The
is
car-
I
Yes,
believe
yes,
this shit.
yes. Because
You have
look,
a fucking
Mulan.
computer. There you go.
Mulan is a
Computer right in front
is a
of you.
Chinese.
Sick of this.
What's her name? Look, Mulan.
You know what? No,
It's not whether it takes place in China or not. It's about whether the story was
Yes.
created.
It wasn't
in
created in
China.
China. It's from China. It's based on a
This
Chinese
is the
character.
same. This is the conversation.
Full
we had all
Mulan.
over
Here it
again.
is. Full Mulan, the story of the woman warrior. All right. It's based. It says here. It's based on. I guess the animated movie did a great job because it says when Khan enlists soldiers from each family, Fa Mulan dresses as a man and joins
Hold on,
the
hold on,
army.
hold on. We don't need the summary. Hold on. You got to look up the description of where it was like. Who wrote it? Let's
Robert
do that.
D. Sansucci.
Sansucci.
Wrote the screenplay for this?
The
That's the question.
screenplay? No, that's not the screenplay. This,
Because
that's the original story.
That's the issue. If it
The
was
screenplay is
in
based on the
China
story.
and yeah, but because something is based, is like when the movies say based on a true story, they don't go exactly per the events. Just like this, it can be taken, it can be based on a story that was written
Hold on.
in China. It does not mean that they are gonna go letter by letter. They're gonna interpret it to fit where it's going to be sold at, and it's sold in America.
Look, The Martian is based on a guy who was on Mars for a really long time and all this stuff. Does that mean that really happened?
I'm not gonna answer that question because that seems like.
It's condescending, right?
No, it's just obviously that's not the case. But you're asking me.
It's the same thing. It's
It's
a
the
fucking
same.
Disney.
Why would you
God,
think
damn,
that Disney
what's
is
going
above
on?
any of that?
What are
happened to
you? What are you
other-
saying? What are you
worse than
saying?
anybody?
Wait, what are you saying? You're saying that the story, if it's not original, I'm not sure what you're saying. Like the Mulan screenwriter, they I'm looking it up right now. The guy who wrote it. Let's see here. Like, are you asking me like if obviously it's an original screenplay, but it's not an original story. It was created
I'm
by.
surprised at how
No
long
one's-
this is taking you. The
No
computer
one
right in front of you.
is-
No, because I googled
the
it, but it didn't.
screenplay is okay.
Oh, here it is. Rick Jaffa and Amanda Silver, husband and
That
wife.
doesn't sound
Those do
Asian at
not
all.
sound Chinese at all.
Um.
Um,
Oh, so you're saying because they're not Chinese, it can't be a Chinese movie?
nope.
Jesus, nobody said.
You're
Oh my
missing.
God.
I said it's a
basically
Chinese.
what
I said it's a
you're saying.
Chinese movie, and you guys are like, no, it's not. And then you're like, well,
It's
who
not.
wrote it?
Because it's
Not a
based
Chinese
on
movie.
a Chinese folklore does not mean that it's a Chinese movie.
Oh, you think? Oh, you're saying that it's not. You're saying it's not a Chinese production movie. Yeah, it wasn't produced by China. No, I know it was produced by Americans, right?
Holy
That's what you're
Moses.
saying.
This is why.
No, I'm asking. I'm asking you because
I've
Mulan.
explained it as much as I can. I don't
No,
understand.
no, I'm asking if that's what you're saying. Like it's because
I already
it's,
told you what I'm saying. You're
No,
not
it's not-
understanding it.
No, I'm asking you. Don't tell me what it is. I'm telling you, if it's not an it's not a Chinese. It's not made by Chinese people, but the story is based on Chinese lore. Therefore, it's a Chinese movie. Not saying that it's not made by Americans. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's a Chinese folklore story.
Do you understand that what you're saying doesn't make sense though?
Yeah.
How does that not make sense? It's a
Because
Chinese
it's
folklore
not,
movie.
It's not a Chinese movie. It wasn't
It's-
produced by them. It wasn't developed. It wasn't made. Yes, there are a few Asian actors. Absolutely, there has to be, but that doesn't make it a Chinese movie. If they made Terminator in China, would you say like that? And they came up with all those ideas and everything on their own. You're gonna say that that's an American movie because everything takes place in the U.S.
No, I would say that it's based in America.
Jesus, man, what happened to you on Thursday? Did somebody beat you up?
No, like a Terminator is a horrible example because
How?
I know where the bug is. It's already up there.
it's already up there. Look,
Yeah,
the
it's
point
not
is
good.
Mulan is trash, and if you
Well,
agree,
you haven't seen it.
no, it's trash.
But you're
I'm
gonna go
comparing
on
it.
over everything.
and be like,
Mulan's
I'm just gonna
I'm-
bandwagon with them and whatever they say. If they say it's trash, then it's trash.
The
You're
I,
not gonna watch it and make your own opinion about it.
the problem is, I know I won't most likely because I've yet to see The Lion King. I've yet to see Beauty and the
but then
Beast.
why would you say it's trash? I'm not saying whether you're gonna watch it or not. It's just why would you say it's
Because
trash?
Mushu's not in.
You're
Because
gonna-
Eddie Murphy's not in it. Because Eddie
But
Murphy's
you
not in it.
don't know. You haven't seen the movie. So
No,
you
I
don't
know for a fact Mushu's not in it, and why he's not in it.
You haven't seen the movie, so you don't know if the movie is trash.
I am gonna take someone else's word for it
The
because
whole entire time, the whole everything you guys always have to think for yourself. Don't
The-
worry about it.
the problem
And
is that
especially when you preach all the time, and it's like, what are you talking about? You're gonna take somebody else's word. You're not gonna make your own mind about it.
because look, the barrier to
Listen,
watch it
hey,
is too high.
I'm not gonna watch it.
It's just too even if I wanted to, it's just too high the barrier to watch it because it's the subscription fee plus $30. It's like I'm not. Yeah,
Then
it's
just
not.
say I'm not gonna watch it.
That's what I did. I said I'm
heard
not gonna watch
I heard
it.
it's trash, and I'm not gonna watch it.
That's what I
It's
said.
Trash.
It
You
is.
didn't say that.
It's
You didn't
trash,
say that.
and I'm not gonna
You
watch
said
it.
it's-
Have you ever played World of Warcraft? Grinch?
Nah, I wanted to get into it, but those that's not really my thing. Just because like I'd rather like because it's like Final Fantasy basically, right?
You've played 14? Final Fantasy 14?
No, I don't like those types of games. Is what I was saying.
Oh, okay.
Like I like the
mhm.
I like the idea of it, especially World of Warcraft. Not Final Fantasy so much, but like yeah, like the idea of World of Warcraft and shit, like Dungeons and Dragons and shit like that. Like, I
Mhm.
wanted to get into them, but like especially Dungeons and Dragons. But like I didn't really have anyone who was like into it like that
Mhm.
with me when I was a kid, so I never
Mhm.
really got to play.
Yeah, it's apparently it's like really addicting. Like people have like dedicated their whole lives to just being an online character. I wanted to get
it's-
into it.
It's actually the same thing with The Sims too, which I didn't even think that The Sims was like. I mean, I knew it was popular, but nobody that I knew for the longest time ever played it until I met a chick that did play it, and then every time she would, she's like a cousin of my friend's girlfriend or whatever. So we're hanging out, and it's like the end of the night, and it's like everybody's going home, and everybody's like, "Oh, what are you gonna do?" Like, I'm just gonna jump on Call of Duty. She's like, "Oh, I'm gonna play Sims." I'm like, "What?
Sims.
Sims? What are you, fucking loser?" And she's like, "No, I play it all the time." Blah, blah, blah. And then every time like it's like the end of the night, she's like, "All right, I'm gonna go play Sims." Like, God damn, do something else with your life.
That's exactly what they're doing. Um, yeah, that shit is hella addicting. I used to really like Sims, but uh, I never
Of
really got
course you
in.
play.
No, but I never really got into it because I didn't. I had a regular life. I didn't want to go out. I didn't want to make a virtual
Mm.
one, and I never got into World of Warcraft at a young age because the barrier to entry was $15 a month, and I'm like, I don't have $15 a month. I'm not gonna do this. Like, how? Why would I play $15 a month to play a game? Right? I thought that concept to me was just weird. Like, I can just pay $50 for a game and keep it forever. Um, and now there are these live service games, right, where you pay as you go. Like Destiny. Oh man, Destiny One.
Trash.
Destiny One was what got me into like gaming
Trash.
heavy. Like I would spend night and day grinding it out. I would wake up, uh, go to the liquor store, get beer,
Fuck
uh,
yeah.
and then like get back on. It would just be like a constant cycle. And then on the weekends, because I didn't have, actually no, on the weekends I had class, so I would during the week, just fucking just go ham on games, and that's all I did for like a cool minute. Destiny just had enveloped my life. It's incredible.
There was one game that was like the that simulation game, and I created a character just to mess with somebody, and
A
I made my
simulation game.
character I made my character look exactly like me, and then like I had a guitar slung on my back, and I was able to fly.
What? A guitar on your back, and you were able
Yeah,
to
yeah,
fly?
yeah.
What game was this?
I forget, Rick. Do you know you know what I'm talking about?
It sounds
Yeah, it's Second Life.
Thank you. Second Life. That was it.
What?
Yeah, Second Life.
Second
Oh, he's looking it up.
Life. Yeah. Oh shit. I knew I had heard of this game. They used to have something like this for PlayStation 3
All
or
right,
something.
I was just making a joke.
That's funny because they.
You really don't watch The Office, huh?
Yeah, you really don't.
I
I thought he did. Like at first, he was getting
know,
all the
I-
references and
do
do
shit.
you have any idea
That's
like?
weird.
Do you have any idea how difficult it is to watch The Office for me after a certain point? Because I don't know, I just fall off of it. Like I'll get through
I think what it is
like the
is
good
whoever,
seasons.
whoever whooped your ass on Thursday. I'm starting to think it was a group of them because something is really loose upstairs for you right now.
Look,
They need to come back and they just need to beat you so much that you just can't move, and then you have no choice because then you will witness the greatness that is The Office.
The
Until
thing,
Steve Carell.
so you've seen all the way through with
Yeah.
What's his name? Ashton Kutcher and
What?
Ashton Kutcher, didn't he become the new boss of The Office?
Good God, man!
No.
What is going on with this
The
guy?
only time that he was in anywhere near like the Office thing was a sketch that they did for some award show. He was never on the show.
Are you on like? Are you
What?
searching on Internet Explorer? Why are you getting all these facts wrong? You on Wikipedia? Editing your own information?
Who replaced Michael Scott?
Who?
Didn't they replace him? Or did
They
I
did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
who
but
did,
not with Ashton Kutcher.
who did they replace him with?
A couple of people. Will Ferrell was one for a short
Will
while.
Ferrell, Andy Bernard.
Robert California.
Yeah, that fucking.
It's funny talking about it, but like during the show, it's not
It's
good.
terrible.
It's
It's
so
really
weird.
terrible.
He's the biggest fucking creep, man.
Oh, right. I remember. Yeah, I remember now that when he
I don't
got.
remember what that guy's name is. Terrific actor, but like just that.
Wait, are you
the
talking
way
about Andy Bernard? Is that who
No,
you're
no,
talking?
no. That's
That's the actual character.
no, that's yeah. What's his name? Ed Helms.
like, yeah.
Ed Helms plays Andy Bernard. Also does a terrific. Everybody on there really does great.
Yeah. That's funny. He gets engaged to Holly. That's hilarious.
Holly.
Holly.
Oh,
Yeah.
Michael does.
Yeah, Mike. Yeah, my
Okay, you
thought.
didn't watch the. Okay, you didn't watch the show.
Yeah,
All right.
why? No, I'm not. We're not gonna sit here and explain the fucking show to you. Look, you even made him leave. He's
Look,
sick of this shit.
the British version is better.
Okay. Did you watch the British version?
No.
Yeah. No. So
Only-
fuck you.
I only saw the beginning.
Piece of shit.
The Office is it's just too long.
It's definitely not. The episodes are like 22 minutes on Netflix.
Is it on Netflix? Are they on Netflix right now? They are, right?
Been on Netflix for a long time now. Yeah, a few years actually.
Every time someone can do something, you're like, well, then why? How is that something? Not doesn't mean that everyone is good at it.
Hey, you can change your oil. Does that mean you're a fucking a master mechanic?
Well, my answer to that is I don't need a college degree to change my oil. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't need
That's
a
what-
college
that's what
degree
I-
in graphic design either, is what you're saying too.
That is exactly what I'm saying. Like you,
What's wrong with this guy, dude? You introduced me to him. Why did you do this to me?
like
I thought he would be a reasonable person. You said he went to college.
at college, it's changing. Times are changing. Like let me
I'm
get.
not talking to you now. I'm done with you.
Let's do. How about we do 15 best jobs you can get without a college degree?
How about we just have a normal conversation without having to go to Google to fucking find one?
We're done.
All right. Well, look, like I said, you don't need a college degree to do something you love doing, but it does help if you want.
Wait a
that
second.
one.
All right, hold on. So, let's go back to you being a terrific actor. Can you do your impression of Brando in The Godfather for me? Since now it's not over the PlayStation mic. Maybe I lost something because I didn't.
Let me look. All right. Let me pull up. Let me pull up the
Pull it up. Pull up the script. Yeah, here we go.
But just remember, you're gonna have to reciprocate that energy. Like I want you to tell me. Let's
I'll
see.
give you honest feedback if that's what you want.
Godfather. Opening lines. No, not opening lines.
You
Vito.
can just hit Godfather script. That should pop up pretty quickly too.
Vito Corleone's.
Or just ignore my suggestion. I'll do it.
Sorry, this is, I already had it pulled up. Okay, here we go. He says.
Yeah. Take your time. Take your time. Get in the character. Come on.
I don't have a cat. That's fine.
Come on. All right.
We have known each other many years, but this is the first time you come to me for counsel or for help. I can't remember the last time you invited me to your house for a cup of coffee. Even though my wife is godmother to your only child. But let's be frank here. You never wanted my friendship. How was that?
How do you think that went?
I thought it was pretty good. I thought it did better than last Thursday, or whenever the last time we
I think.
I kind of want to do a. I kind of want to do a. Can we do like a read or something? Can I pull up the script? I want you to be the guy who comes in, and then I'll be Corleone. Let me pull up the script.
I don't think we should do that.
Well, that seems like
I
seems
think
like a lot of
so-
fun.
However, so pretty much however far we've gotten in recording, this is usually where people start to log off. Like, all right, this one's good. I'm gonna go on to the next podcast. This one's run its course.
Bro, like, who hasn't seen The Godfather? Raise your hand.
You'd be surprised, honestly, and I was fucking shocked when I found out.
Look, yeah, because for me, it's like, it's Godfather 2, Godfather 1, and then Avengers Endgame. No, Infinity War, and then Endgame. Actually, no. Joker is now in third place. Because,
But you haven't mentioned it at all.
what? Joker?
Joker, yeah. Let's talk about that. There you go. I can
Jo-
talk about that shit for fucking ever.
I mean, fuck. Yeah, I can imagine. It's a fucking great movie. Walking Phoenix? Incredible. I love. What's your favorite part about the movie?
Oh boy. The end scene where, not the completely end, but where he's on top of the car and he's finally like completely embodied the Joker character, and he's just like taking it in, and the crowd's cheering, and they got the fucking music going. I think that's like the absolute best part of the movie. And he's like, you know, he gets up. He's injured, but he's not like fucked up, so he can still. It's fucking tremendous. It was great.
What did you think of like when the idea was thrown around that he might be Bruce Wayne's brother? like bastard
Oh yeah,
child.
that one was like no, yeah. When it was going, when they were doing that, I was just like, there's no way they can't even do that together. It was, I think, if I had to give it any sort of critique, I think I would have tried to make maybe Bruce Wayne a little bit older, or yeah, it would, yeah, then it wouldn't work.
Bruce
Cause
Wayne a little bit older.
well, yeah,
Oh,
because
uh-huh.
when his parents died when he was like very young, around the age that they do in the movie, but
Mm-hmm.
if yeah, you can't really make him older because then that fucks with the whole plot. But having the Joker be sort of an older character would mean that when they do finally meet up later on, that obviously Joker's going to be older too, so he might not be able to pull some of the crazy shenanigans that he would in the comics. Although they never really say his age too either, so who knows?
I think
Look,
uh-huh.
I think it was great, the whole thing.
Yeah, they don't even show. Yeah, they don't. They try to. When they show his profile, when he goes to the asylum, Arkham Asylum, there's like brief pages, right, of like his information, but a lot of it is like unknown because he was adopted.
Yeah,
Um, and I like that part where they're like explaining that his mother is not actually his mom, and he was being abused as a child, and like the whole time he had been suppressing it and he didn't like deal with it. I thought that was crazy too. Like he had been living with it for so long that I guess he must have like buried
but
it so far down
it's
that
not even all that though, because he was heavily medicated too.
oh right, that also makes a lot of sense. Why towards
This
the
is your
end?
third favorite? Come on, man. Get out of here. You can't even
Well,
talk to this
because
guy. Rick, what
think
are you
about
doing?
it. You people want to say that the Joker is not exactly insane. He's always got a plan, even if it looks like it doesn't.
That doesn't
Um,
mean that he doesn't have a plan. All
that's
right,
what.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
Yeah,
go
no,
ahead.
yeah. It doesn't mean that he doesn't have a plan, but yeah, in the movie towards the end, like I heard people make the case like, oh, you know, it's the only reason why he went like that was because he was off his meds. But I think like it had a lot to do with like his trauma and shit. Like how do you deal with that and live like a grown ass man, right? Because if he's a grown ass man taking care of his mother,
I would never. Well, sorry.
no, yeah, that's just the idea. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that like he's when you find out that he had been abused by his mother and her boyfriend,
Horrifically abused.
horrifically, correct, yes, horrifically, that it's like oh it was just because he didn't have his pills and stuff. It's like well shit that was part of it, but
It goes far beyond just medication.
uh
They said that his body was fucking heavily bruised and he suffered severe trauma to his head. Chop fucking handcuffed or tied up to a
to
fucking
a
furnace.
furnace, yeah. Is it a
I was
radio? Yeah,
like,
furnace, yeah.
oh man, yeah, Jesus Christ! I fucking saw that shit in the theaters for the time. I was like, Jesus, that's like, it's like as soon as I saw that, I was like, that really pulls the whole character. It makes the character make so much sense now.
And apparently, like it happens often. Not, I mean, not as often as we think, but it's like in New York.
Hold on, I gotta stop you there. I told you my favorite scene in the movie, but my favorite thing about the movie is what Todd Phillips said, who was the writer and director, so you can't argue this. Okay, the movie is not a reflection of society today. It's your interpretation of whatever it is. Okay, so I thought you were about to start going off on there because I've heard a lot of people try to say that stupid shit. I'm like, no, you're wrong.
Wait, what stupid shit?
People say like after they see the movie, they're like, oh, it's a beautiful fucking interpretation of how society is today with children being abused. And it's like, no, that's not what it's about. It doesn't matter how right you think you are.
Uh-huh.
The person who created it, the person who wrote and directed the film, said this is not what that is. The film is your interpretation of whatever it is. Okay.
Well, I can definitely agree that it's not about child abuse.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm sorry, and I don't know if I'm sounding rude, but it's fine if I do. No, it's what he said it is because he is the creator of the movie.
Did he say that?
He did. He said it in an interview.
No, but did he say it's up to your interpretation?
Yes. I'll find it and I'll share.
That's what I'm. So what I'm saying is, so if let's say David would interpret it that way, then
I wouldn't be wrong.
No, you wouldn't be wrong. The problem is that when people do that, they try to say like, "This is what it is."
Are you trying to say that they want to make it the definitive answer? They don't want to leave it open for interpretation.
Yeah, because art is supposed to be objective, and they're saying, "No, this is exactly what it is," and
well,
anything else is wrong.
I'm happy to hear that you think that it is a work of art, because I also do think that the Joker is a work of art.
Do you think there are films like this? It's not really even documentaries, I guess. Okay, so do you not consider film in general art? It's just like
um,
this particular one is art, but the other ones are. It's like the fuck. I don't even know who said it. Someone had said, fuck, I can't remember who it is. That the Marvel movies
Oh, Martin
were not,
Scorsese.
yeah, were
They're
not
not
cinema.
cinema. Yeah.
okay, that's a good
Which is almost the same thing as saying like they're not, just not art.
um, which again comes down to the see the Martin Scorsese thing was versus Marvel. Like I don't think like that all movies are art, but some are. Yes, like I think Infinity War.
Why aren't they?
Why aren't they?
The ones that you would consider not art, why would
One.
you not consider
Okay.
art?
Let's see. Which what's a movie that I saw that I didn't think was I would consider like a work of art. Um.
Now, are you saying, because I wanted to make the different the distinction between what you believe to be art, like, oh, that is a great piece of art, to almost another way of saying that was really good, because not all art is good.
Right.
So that's what I'm trying to kind of like, just because you would not consider it a work of art, as in like this was really good,
Yes.
to it just being not art at all.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I'd be like, oh, you know what? Like, I guess a documentary. I would consider like watching a certain like a comedy movie, like a certain comedy movie. Like, okay, it just like the
You
just to like to throw one out there, like the one that I can think of, like that I wouldn't consider a work of, like 22 Jump Street, like a Kevin Hart movie, with The Rock or something. I'm not saying I wouldn't consider those like art movies, but there are things called art house movies, right, which are more like filmed in a manner that is like pretty and like the cinematography is very like well thought out, and a lot of it revolves around how the audience watches and experiences the movie versus a comedy movie like a Kevin Hart and Dwayne the Rock Johnson movie. uh, there's a lot of uh, the dialogue is not um, it's meant for laughs, right? You've got jokes woven into the dialogue and stuff like that, and the way it's shot is more for like purposes of like uh, mass general audiences versus an art house film, which is more of a visionary, typically serious film uh, about a certain topic, and it's made for more of a smaller audience to enjoy it rather than everybody to enjoy. So yeah, I would. I guess for me, yeah, I would consider that difference between like a comedy movie of Kevin Hart's versus a movie like
Sounds like you're just trying to describe the difference between like a regular film and like a blockbuster.
well,
It just
blockbuster like Transformers, right? Like the Michael Bay films, those are like blockbusters. I would think of like just giant action blockbusters. Um, yeah, those. I don't think those are art, but I think Michael Bay would.
hold on now.
Not Michael Bay. What's his name? What is
Yeah, the
Michael
director
Bay?
Michael Bay.
I'm thinking of the guy who did Avatar,
Oh, James Cameron.
James Cameron. He would consider what he did with Avatar a work of art, right? Because he had really fancy, expensive cameras. Christopher Nolan, I think his movies are works of art. Come on, The Dark Knight, Batman Begins.
no, I'm not
Yeah,
disagreeing with you. It's almost just like you saying like
yeah.
because they had so much equipment, and it was
I think it was more about the way it was shot, like the way the
We
cinematography.
can't just dismiss him saying Transformers. Like, do you have any idea how much fucking work and time and energy goes into even just making someone like what's that main one? Because I'm not the biggest fan of Transformers,
Optimus
but
Prime.
Decept-
Optimus,
yeah,
he said, "What's that
Optimus.
main one?"
I'm not into it, you know. I never that wasn't my thing. I wasn't into it when I was a kid either. It's just not like it's not my thing. But yeah, just the energy and time that goes into just that. You don't think that would be a piece of artwork at all? in any way?
Um, See,
That means
that's
no.
why I was saying like compared to James Cameron, a blockbuster like his, like if I was to say which one is a work of art, I would say Avatar over Transformers. Um, for that, for the reason that like James Cameron was like, hey, I want to make a movie a certain type of way, and I'm gonna use this equipment to make it look a certain way. And for its time, it being like the biggest blockbuster, right? It was technically it was the biggest blockbuster up until 2018 or 19, right when
Have you seen
Endgame came
The
out.
Big Lebowski?
Wait, so if I want to go back to that.
Not recently.
You said he wanted to make a movie. He wanted to use, would you say, equipment to make it
Look.
or a way to make it look a certain way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What is the difference there if you say that about Transformers? He wanted to make them come to life, and he wanted them to look a certain way.
The difference I think ties into the again like the
I think I get what you're saying.
cinematography. Yeah.
If you see something and it doesn't look like artsy fartsy, then he doesn't consider it art. Is what it sounds like.
Kind of like that's what.
Yeah.
I'm not even. I wouldn't
No, but
get
he's
mad at
right.
you
No,
because
but he's
there's-
right. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of people that are like that. So you can't. This is why art is subjective. Like you can't fucking. It's
And that's
just,
the great thing. That's why I would consider whether
Yeah.
you look at it one way or another, it's art. Whether you agree with it, whether you're like no, or I would think it's just considered art.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I would.
Because I look at Avatar and it's probably how long is it? Like 3 hours or something like that.
It's like 3 hours. Yeah. It's like 2:45. Yeah.
Like, yeah, like that amount of time that I wasted in my life viewing that film.
You didn't like Avatar?
Abs.
That's fine.
I was so
I thought
happy
it-
that
I
Avengers
liked
did
it.
that.
Oh.
So happy. I was like, yes, finally.
Yeah. It was.
Wait. If I may, well, when you're watching a movie like Joker, what about it is artsy fartsy? Just the way that it's shot. Because you said that you
The
consider that a
lighting.
work of art.
The lighting. Again, like the production of it, the way it's framed, like the cinematography, and
So like in almost like not indie, but like the small,
art house. Yeah.
like those kind of films that don't have the kind of equipment that you're talking about here.
Which is
to
funny
make it look
because
that way wouldn't be considered art to you.
because Todd Phillips, right? That was part of his vision with the movie. Like, oh, we're not gonna make it a big blockbuster Joker movie like Suicide Squad was, where the Joker is a very flamboyant character with non-redeeming characteristics,
Let's not
But
even.
that's just
bring
the
up Suicide
interpretation of the
Squad.
character.
which was a horrible interpretation, in my opinion. Terrible. Not by the studio, but by Jared Leto. Like, he should have done a better
But
job.
that's and that kind of why I don't agree with the art, not art. Acting is easy and anyone can do it, because it is the actor's job to bring the writer's character to life. And when you have someone who, because the actor is supposed to embody that character,
Mm-hmm.
and usually it may be the writing, but ultimately it's up to the actor to make that character. And
To bring him to life, yes.
what he did with the Joker, that was his interpretation of the Joker.
Jared Leto?
Rick, listen. I don't think there's any point in trying to get this through into David's head. It's he thinks.
No. I'm not gonna go back to the whole. That's far gone.
To the whole what? It's subjective. Like, your opinions are ugly. Your opinions are ugly and trash. Because
I haven't
You
used your
cut me
opinion
off.
yet.
All right, because I wasn't done.
Okay, go.
And what I'm saying is, so like the Joker, the actual the movie, that was his interpretation of the Joker, right? Which was great.
Mm-hmm.
But you're telling me that like, fuck, this is why I don't like people interpret. I completely forgot the fucking point.
All right, you'll pick it back up, I'm sure. But the thing about Joker is, when Todd Phillips was writing the script, he says in the I think it's in the special features and shit. Like, I watch that stuff. I don't give a shit. And he says in there, as he was writing it, he had Joaquin Phoenix in mind. Like, it just kind of like came to him, whatever. And as he was working on the script, he kept popping up. So he was really glad when he agreed to sign on to do the film. So there was a lot of collaboration in that. So it wasn't the way that he was portrayed. It wasn't just Joaquin Phoenix's, you know.
But you
idea of
could,
how
I
the
mean, you
character
would
should
have
be.
to agree that it's not like, even like sometimes when I'm writing something, I'm like, well, fuck, like I know how I want it to come out,
Mhm.
but it's all gonna be on the actor to make that happen.
Mhm.
Like you can write a very good script and they have the character perfectly in your mind,
Yeah.
just as a writer, but it's going to be the actor's job to make that come to life and make your vision true.
According to David, this is very easy.
Do you think like do you think like a lot of it is, what is it like, actors are only as good as their directors?
No, absolutely not.
Why?
Because you can either one can be good or bad.
But what if you have a bad director and good
Well,
actors?
because yeah, if you have a bad director, then there's really you're kind of stuck. Because film is a director's medium, so it's either way it's going to be released with his vision in mind.
Not
Or
necessarily.
hers. Oh, sorry.
Um,
You know how it is.
yeah.
What do you mean not necessarily? That's how it is. They're in the editing booth with the editor putting the whole thing together. You sometimes when you have big names in there, they sometimes have a say in how it's going to come out. But
Yeah, that's
again,
that's what I was gonna say. Like if you're not, like if the studio heads watch everything that is filmed on a daily basis, to approve, and then yes, the director still, it's his vision, but I do think that like if your director is not good, then your actors are not gonna perform as well. Because for sure, like the director is there to tell them, "Hey, I need you to be like this." And you made a good a point with Todd Phillips and Joaquin Phoenix coming in to check in on him with the script and everything, and his vision of how he wanted to bring the Joker to life.
that's not what I said. But okay.
Isn't that what you said? That he would check in on with him with like.
No, that's saying they definitely work together, but I'm just nitpicking. I'm just
Yeah, because it's like.
messing around a
Oh,
little bit.
okay, right. Yeah, I mean, I saw that too, and I thought that was great. I was wondering why it had come out so well, because that scene where they go into the bathroom after he shoots those two people on the subway, those three people, that scene was one of like the first scenes they shot, and he remembers talking to Todd Phillips talking to Joaquin about how he wants him to sort of express what he is feeling through this dance. Like he put on that song, the song they used for that scene,
Mm-hmm.
and he just started dancing. It was him. It was just him in the camera, and Joaquin Phoenix and like another crew member or something for that intimate like scene.
Yeah, for that shot, they went to the bathroom and they were there for like an hour just discussing like what
How to
to
do
do.
that scene,
They
yeah.
were kind of stuck, and I think that's fucking awesome. That's like
I do think that's
terrific
great.
work
Yeah,
right there.
I-
Yeah,
and that's Todd
and
Phillips.
it's not the case. It's just not the case in all movies, So you have production dates, you have a deadline you got to meet. There's things you have to fucking do. You have to shoot within a certain fucking time frame and all that. So it's not every movie isn't afforded the opportunity to fucking hey, let's take one out. Hey, we're stuck. All right, everyone else on the crew take a break or whatever. I'm sure they probably weren't even on a break. They were still working and doing their thing, but
Yeah, that's
you
why
don't always have that
Mhm.
opportunity to take, the actor and hey, we're gonna work on this one scene as long as we can until we think we got it right.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a movie that you have a good director, but it's not a good movie. Um, what's his name? M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah.
Like, I don't particularly like any of his movies. Um, and I saw Avatar: The Last Airbender. I saw The Village.
Wait, what? Don't use that. Don't use.
Yeah, I was like, that's the one that like you think of him
He's
and
the
that comes
last
to
Airbender.
mind?
What about like
Usually the
Split
first
and
one to me
Glass?
is like
Fucking Signs.
no.
Signs was Mel. Oh wait, that was M Night.
Mel Gibson was in it, yeah, but
yeah.
it's M. Night
Yeah, Mel
Shyamalan.
Gibson.
Yeah.
See, Signs was good.
Jesus,
but that's like the
You
only
didn't like,
one.
well, I don't remember what the first one. It was Glass, Split, or
Split.
Split Glass, but I don't
No,
remember the first one. Unbreakable. There you go.
Unbreakable.
Was the Sixth Sense. There we go.
Yeah,
Oh,
Sixth
Sixth
Sense. That's what I
Sense.
said.
Yeah,
Right,
like that's
yeah.
the one I think of when I think of him. I just blanked on the name.
Yeah, so
Yeah, he
Signs
has, out of
and
all the other movies that he has, that's the one that you like.
those are the only two then. Those are the only two that I can think of that are like up to par in terms of
You
like.
don't think Split was I thought was great.
No, well, the thing is, I haven't seen it, and I did hear things about it being good.
I like Glass. Glass was his follow up with that one.
Oh,
I
Split
do-
was fucking terrific.
I
dude.
do want
That
to
was
watch all
amazing.
three, right? The trilogy, because it was. I know the spoiler for the last one. And I like the actress who's in it, the one that was in American Horror Story. What's her name? Fucking
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
American Horror Story.
The Last Airbender.
Yeah. Trash. Basura.
The Last Airbender.
That's the one that you.
Yeah, horrible. Let me see. Let me just cast that real quick. Oh, Sarah Paulson. Sarah Paulson. She's a fine ass actress. Too bad she's gay. Yeah,
Wait, who is she in the American Horror Story? I saw like the first couple episodes, I think.
well, they're like on their 10th season now, so every season is a different theme. So
yeah, that much like she's not in the first season, first couple episodes. No.
no, she's not. I think
Ah.
she's introduced in the second one.
What did you say her name was? Let me look her up.
Sarah
Let's see what else she's
Paulson.
done.
Sarah Paulson. She's from Florida. Tampa, Florida.
I don't care. Oh yeah, this chick. Yeah. It's so annoying. You know, well, it's not really annoying, but I think, isn't it funny? Or I'm sure you guys must have experienced this before, especially Ricky Bobby over here, where just because somebody introduces you to another person and they say, "Oh, they're from fucking Florida," and then
Yeah.
in their mind, automatically you're friends. Like, no, bitch. Like, I'm not friends with this person just because they come from the same state that I may or may not have came from.
That's funny.
Or
Yeah.
like they expect you to
know.
You gotta hit it off right
be
off the
like
bat.
yeah, be best friends. It's like, oh, they're from California. And I usually
man.
my next
Dude.
question is like, where are you?
It's like asking
from?
people where you're from. Yeah.
And I'm just like, okay, that usually is all the conversation. Like, you know, they tell me, you know, Orange County. Cool. All right.
Great.
Like, what else? Like, why is that even?
Don't tell me about their character at all. Just tell me where they're from, and I'll know.
Yeah,
all
that's
that I
gonna
need
be
to
the
know.
one that
Yeah.
the factor that.
Wow. Where were we? Oh, I was in class my first semester, and oh no, this was not this school in 2018, and we're sitting in the class, and it was one of those first days. So the teacher's like, everybody introduce yourself, whatever. I was like, all right, fuck it. I was like, all right, yeah, you know, name, I'm from here, whatever. And then I kind of like spaced out because I wasn't paying attention. And I guess one of the other guys was like, yeah, I'm fucking, I don't care, it's like 28, whatever, yeah, I'm from Miami and blah, blah, blah. And then my buddy who was sitting next to me, like, nudges me with his elbow. He's like, hey, he's from Miami. I'm like, all right, so? He's like, well, you know. No, I don't, what do you mean? What do I know? I don't fucking know the guy. That doesn't mean I'm fucking friends with him. And he's like, yeah, you guys would be cool. I'm like, all right, who was it? He's like, that guy over there with the neck tattoo. I was like, yeah, like out loud. And I was like, yeah, that's who I want to be from. Some fucking clown with a neck tattoo. That's who I'm trying to fucking buddy up with, who's from Miami and all this shit. And he's like, chill, he's right there. I'm like, so what? And then later on, we did become friends and all that. That was like the neck tattoo thing was a joke. I just was saying that for like, you know, try to get his attention. And then as we were getting to know each other, he's not even actually from fucking Miami. He was from Cleveland, and he moved to Miami. He was there for like a year. I'm like, why are you telling me people you're from Miami, you lying piece of shit? And he's like laughing. And obviously we're joking around, but he's like, oh man, you know, I was living there for a year before I came out here. But that doesn't mean you're from there. You're giving people the wrong idea, because I tell people that I'm from Miami, but if you do it, people expect that I'm going to be like you. And I think you're a piece of shit. You're a horrible representation of what could be from Miami. And yeah, so I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
Oh,
I guess you guys didn't think it was as funny, but all right.
hey.
That
I
was,
guess
pretty,
you
that
had
was
to
good
be
too, Sam. That was pretty good. That's, I think, the most you've ever spoken on this whole podcast, including all 4 episodes. Is what I'm saying.
All right, so let's go ahead and cut that out.
That's Yeah, I was I was gonna bring up
Cut that out.
what the fuck was I gonna bring up? You see, you motherfuckers got me thinking about something really interesting, and then you guys go off on a tangent about
What
Florida.
That's how we feel
This
every
was on
single
topic.
time that we have a point, and then you go off about your shit, and it's like, well, we fucking lost it.
You seem to have developed a new thing too, where the two of us will try to explain something to you in the most simplistic way we can, and it still doesn't fucking register in your brain. What's going on with that?
You guys have to be more elaborative, is what I'm saying.
The worst part is that both of us say something, and we get each other, and we're like, oh, that's you're the only one. The only
You
one
are
that's
the
like,
problem.
you missed it completely.
Listen, you're the people that you grew up with and your family and friends, they won't tell you, I'm happy. You're the problem. Okay? Wake up, man.
Oh, I saw The Boys last night, the first episode.
Oh, don't tell me about it.
It was so
we can talk
good.
about the first season, but I'm not talking about this.
Nah, I'm not gonna talk about it. I just want to say it was so good because they're only releasing 3 episodes at a time, on a Friday.
Oh, they're not putting the whole season.
No, they're not.
I was about to just
blow through it.
Oh yeah, that's what I did on the first season. First season, I stayed up
The whole weekend.
I started like towards the middle of the day, and I just stayed up until I finished the entire thing.
Wow,
It was really good.
I don't know. I thought those I don't not like it, but it's I didn't know about it. It's actually one of the first episode. There's a scene in there that we worked on in class, and the teacher he told us, oh, this is from The Boys. It's a show on Amazon. Blah blah. It's about superheroes and all that shit. I was like, oh, all right, cool. And he's like, and then he explained more of like how it is, because when we read the scene, it was like the chick, she's standing there, and then her her body explodes, and then he's like standing there holding her hands. And I read it. I was like, what the fuck is this? She's like laughing. And he's just like, yeah, it's great, right? I was like, holy, like this, you're not expecting that. Because I didn't know anything about it. He just told me, oh, it's a show about superheroes, but it's like a kind of a darker sort of, interpretation or whatever. And I thought it was great. And so we did the scene and everything, and we worked on it and all that. And it was fun to do it. But I watched it, and I don't know, maybe because I tried to like work on it or whatever. I don't know. I didn't really like it too much. Like I watched it.
Uh-huh.
I think I saw the first maybe 3 or 4 episodes, and I was like, all right, yeah, awesome. And then I had to do something. I'm gonna pick this up again later, but I don't know. I didn't get back into it.
It's good fun.
It was funny. It's definitely got some funny shit in there.
Yeah, the first season.
Oh, dude!
Uh-huh.
Oh my god! Yeah, it's funny how different it is because when you're reading it, because it's that first episode.
It's
where,
opening.
explicit content. I don't know how the fuck you want to do that part, but she goes and she has to blow that dude to like get into the
7
superhero organization or whatever.
Yeah.
Fuck, man! Holy shit! I saw that. I was like, Jesus Christ! What is this shit? Oh my god! This guy was like laughing. He's like, it's fucking sick, man. I was like, oh my god.
You saying your teacher did this? He was the one who was bringing the scripts to class, to help. I'm surprised he would choose those scripts. You would think he'd choose something like film, like I don't know, something that has to do with like good films and stuff.
Well, there's different classes. This was actually a class. TV. It's called like TV scene study, like TV comedy, stuff like that. So. It covered everything, like theater, film, and television. So, commercials too. Actually, it's not my favorite thing.
Yeah, the first season is hella fun. Yeah,
yeah.
It's like if the Justice League was rated TVMA, right?
Wow.
That
this guy with his horrible points.
Because
Sorry, go ahead.
Because they're based on them, right? They're like the comics, The Boys. It's loosely based on them, like what would happen if, like, Superman was not a chill dude. He was just an asshole, right?
Is that written? Somebody said that somewhere.
About The Boys, the original comic story, yeah, because the main antagonist in the first season, the guy with the American cape, what's his name? Homelander?
Yeah.
He's supposed to be like a parody of Superman, right? Because he's all American, and he's for peace and everything. And I think it's
justice and the American way.
Yeah, truth, justice, and the American way, correct. And he has the same colors as
peace.
Superman, right? Red, white, and blue.
But they're like that. I had looked it up before, but
Like
So you
there,
get
there's
these things
a
like it's based on an actual
comic book.
comic. Yeah, it's not like the series is interpreted
No, I said the
from
comic book
parody from.
is a parody of like a like the Justice League, right? It's like supposed to be like the dark shit, like because there's some like real dark shit happening in the show. Without spoiling it for you, because you definitely, whenever you get the chance, check it out. Um, they do that thing where that first scene, right, that you read, where the woman explodes due to
Yeah, because the guy fucking runs through her.
yeah, like I thought like that. I thought that was pretty funny when I first saw it. I'm like, oh shit! Like, what if the Flash just fucking bodied
We had
somebody?
different
Yeah, because
reactions.
that's how it's read, is like, because I don't remember specifically how it was written, but like, because when I read it in my mind, I played it like, oh, this is like if the Flash like ran through a person full speed.
Yeah,
And then I said it to the teacher, and he's like, that's exactly how they shoot it too. I was like, jeez.
yeah. It's really fucking hilarious. That scene. It's tragic, obviously, but it's hilarious because yeah, she's like, who the fuck thinks that you're gonna get run over by a fucking superhero? But they do a good job of like talking about collateral damage, right? Because they have a PR team, and the PR team does a good job of like, oh, explaining off the accident, and I thought that was really interesting because it's really well grounded. And what's his name is in the first season? The main character's dad. What's his name? The British guy.
Jason Bateman.
Jason
Oh,
Bateman.
not the British guy. I don't know. I'm not.
They were in Star Trek. They were both in Star Trek.
Oh, Sean. Sean. Not Sean Penn. Fucking Simon Pegg.
Simon Pegg. Yes, Simon Pegg.
Fucking
And then
love Simon Pegg, dude.
he's hilarious. Yeah.
He's awesome.
Fucking Hot Fuzz and
Yeah, dude. I've seen Hot Fuzz like 20 times.
Shaun of the Dead. Yeah, those shit are fucking
Shaun of
jokes.
the Dead.
Who's his
Yeah,
homie?
him and Nick Frost are
Nick
like
Frost.
the
There you
comedy
go.
fucking dream
There you
team,
go.
dude.
Yeah, they are good. Simon Pegg, that dude blew up, right? Because he's in the Mission Impossible movies, right, with Tom Cruise. He like before that, I never saw him in anything except those comedy roles. Because I really liked him in, was it Mission Impossible 3 when they first introduced him? He was the geeky guy behind the desk, and by the latest one, Fallout, I think it's called, he's like a field agent, and that shit is pretty funny. Talking about movies we haven't seen, I really need to see The Revenant. I have not seen it.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, you got it.
Bro,
I've been wanting to rewatch it. I saw it once years ago, and I kind of want to rewatch it again.
Man, I really want to watch it. I heard the cinematography is just incredible in that movie. And then Leo, obviously, I think that's the one he won his.
Yeah, that's where he won his Oscar.
Yeah.
Because of the bear attack.
You think you can survive? You think you could survive a bear attack?
I can survive anything.
Good answer. I heard a crazy story about a bear attack. They were out camping, and the torrential, like, it was raining, right? And the wind has got the rain going sideways. And of course, you have a scent, and animals being much more acute to that. There was a bear apparently charging with the wind, so you don't hear it coming at you, right? So he explains that they're all sitting down, and in a brief moment, he sees the bear charging from behind his buddy, and he pulls out his Glock, and he says that
That's not gonna stop a fucking.
it's not gonna
bear.
stop the bear,
Well,
but and obviously, like, you can't use bear spray because the fucking wind and the rain is like so heavy, it's not gonna do shit. But can you just imagine a fucking massive brown bear? Oh no, not brown bear because they're extinct, right? Bear just coming at you.
They're not extinct.
No, not in California. They are, right? They
Oh,
killed
this
off.
happened in California.
No. The attack didn't happen in California. It happened in where the fuck did it happen? I don't remember the exact location where it happened. But yeah, he was telling the story about how the bear almost killed his buddy because in the scuffle when the bear was charging at them, he realized that his buddy didn't have his gun on him to defend himself, and the bear like kind of clawed at him, like he kind of like swiped, and it like grabbed onto his backpack from the back, so he fell back, and in that moment he reacted, and like the bear, like he shot at the bear. Obviously the bear's gonna survive a couple body mass hits. Um, and the way he explained it just seemed so terrifying to me. Like I can't just imagine a bear.
I don't know, something about it. Something seems like it's missing. From what I know about bears, they're not gonna full on attack you without any provocation. I mean, if they were just hanging out in their tent, especially during a storm.
No, they weren't in their tent. They were, because he I think he's a former Navy SEAL, and these fools love to just go out and fucking.
Don't do that.
It's
Don't
true.
generalize.
It's true. They all the guys I've seen on Joe Rogan, they're like, yeah, man, we're all a bunch of regular dudes who love to go out camping and do extreme shit. I'm like, all right, like putting your body to the test. And I was like, all right, that seems like a bit of an experience, because I've never been camping, so I can't imagine being attacked by a wild anything. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if you have to necessarily have had experience camping to have to imagine yourself being attacked by a wild animal.
Yeah, that's it. To me, it just seems incredibly scary. More scary than dying from like a human murder or something. Like just
It depends on the attack weapon, or if there even is one.
true. Yeah, just imagine dying by someone's
What
bare
if you
hands.
just have some fucking some just gigantic motherfucker who just doesn't like the cut of your jib, so he just fucking starts wailing on you, beating the shit out of you, stomping on your fucking skull, picking you up and throwing you into the wall, and just beating you until you're fucking mercilessly beating you until you're fucking dead. That doesn't sound like a good day to me.
That sounds like a
He
Mortal
would
Kombat
still-
episode.
In his mind, he would be like, well, at least it's not a bear.
At least it's not a bear.
At least it's not a bear, yeah. Bro, fuck.
I don't think you understand. Maybe I need to paint a clearer picture. Maybe one of these WWE guys, one of the some of the top brass of the WWE, just fucking beating the living shit out of you.
They don't.
That's
They don't beat. They wrestle. They don't beat each other up. They wrestle each other. To be clear.
It's not.
To be clear.
It's not what I. But is that what I said? Am I talking about what they're doing in the squared circle, or am I fucking talking about them beating the ever loving shit out of you in particular?
No, they wouldn't. They wouldn't. They just wrestle me to death.
Look at this guy.
They would.
I'm done. You can't.
They'd wrestle me to death. I really need to catch up on my backlog of movies, because I have too many to watch, and I am not. Like, I want to watch Taxi Driver with Robert De Niro, Raging Bull, and Rosemary's Baby. I know you don't like scary movies, Rick, but I want to watch. I haven't seen Rosemary's Baby.
I never said I didn't like scary movies.
You just don't enjoy them? Is that what it is?
No, we watch scary movies. What are you talking about?
Who the fuck doesn't like scary movies then?
I don't like scary movies, but I don't think we've talked about it.
Our other friend
Our other friend, yeah. You don't like scary
doesn't like
movies?
scary movies.
Grinch? Grinch, you're not a fan of horror or like paranormal?
No, well, that's different. No, I don't like horror movies. The plot is usually it's always so fucking boring.
Oh, okay. So it's not that you don't
Yeah.
like them; you think that they're boring. I feel you.
And I don't like them because they're boring.
I feel you.
What's going on?
No, because like the difference would be that if it's a good movie and you didn't like it, then I would understand. But if you didn't like horror movies or paranormal movies because you're scared, I would be like, oh, why are you scared? Yeah, that's
I'll
what.
get scared. I'll get scared. I don't give a shit. I'll fucking tell you. Yeah, I like sleeping at night. I'm not trying to watch a fucking The Exorcist or some crazy ass shit. I haven't seen The Exorcist, but from what I understand, it's one of the scariest movies ever.
For its time, yeah, it's actually pretty scary.
Yeah, I think for its time.
Yeah, for its time, yeah, sure, yeah.
It was.
You watch it now, I don't think.
I'd get into it. If I'm gonna watch that shit, I'm getting into it. I'm turning the lights off, closing the fucking blinds. It's gonna be fucking.
We should make a plan to watch it, or watch, like, movies.
Didn't I just say how I'm not interested?
No, you said that you.
Oh, you don't like these movies? Let's make a plan to watch that one. Which one did you say you didn't like?
Make a day of it.
That one.
No, you said The Exorcism. You'd be down to get into it, so I was like, all right, let's watch that one.
I didn't say I'd be down.
Watches the movies. He gets into them.
Yeah, I mean, if you get into it, just enjoy it.
It sounds like this is just gonna be the last episode because this guy is just not. He's just not all there anymore. I don't know what happened this
It
week.
might be the headset. I don't know.
Maybe a little too tight. Um,
Maybe that bug is trapped inside of the cans and he just doesn't want to let it out. And it's like
no, yeah, I'm disappointed in you that you're not a fan of those kinds of movies.
I mean, what's a good horror movie that you think?
Horror?
That's actually a good question.
There's a couple, I think. Like Rob Zombie's House of a Thousand Corpses. I think The Witch is pretty good.
What's that one movie? The only one that I thought like sounds like it might be worth watching. Someone described it to me. I think was it The Hills? Is it The Hills Have Eyes? Where it's like there's.
Yeah, that's what the movie's called.
It's
like and the people are like fucked up and like
due to
it's
radiation
just a bunch
and
of
shit.
crazy nasty shit. Yeah, so I'm like, what was that movie? Was that The Hills Have Eyes?
That's
2?
one of them, yeah.
I think what is
Texas
Saw
Chainsaw
considered-
Massacre is another good one.
I've seen one of those. Yeah, and again, like it wasn't. They have their like shocking factor, like oh my god, and then they have those little scary moments where shit pops out at you. But it's not like if you look at it, it's not like it's nothing crazy, like nothing super insane happens. Like Saw, the reason that Saw is good is because it has that psychological element of like oh my god, what the fuck's gonna happen?
Those are the ones that are horror and thriller.
Like Saw, kind of like Saw.
They keep you because I rewatch those.
I like those
The
too a lot.
ending is very good. When they start to go through all the
Everything they discovered about the
and I
killer.
was like, I like that. It's just slashing. It's like
like Jason or like Freddy and Jason or whatever.
yeah, it's just boring at that.
Like
they have their jump scares, but usually
I don't
you
like
can
movies
see
like
them
that.
coming.
Yeah, I don't like those kinds of movies where it's like a jump scare fest where you know it's coming. I don't like that. I like better when like The Haunting of Hill House.
but that again that was like horror, but it was
like
way more.
It was
more
really
than that.
I don't know how to explain. It was just
It
good.
wasn't just like
Yeah, it was
straight killing. or
Yeah,
anything.
it was like build up to
Um,
this psychological like fear.
Fuck,
Of
before you said that, I had one. Damn it.
the hunt. So it's The Haunting of Hill House, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, House of a Thousand Corpses. Well, I think all those three.
The Conjuring.
The
That's the one I was
Conjuring.
thinking.
The first one,
The
that one's
first one-
good.
The first one I thought was good.
Yeah.
not the Conjuring. What was that? That one where like the house is like possessed or
Amity.
something by demon,
Amity.
And,
Bill?
Is it
the girl goes
Insidious?
through the wall. No. I think it's something with a P.
Oh, now that was.
Uh,
Pearl
not
Harbor?
Paranormal Activity.
Not Paranormal
what-
Activity. I know what you're.
Para something, right?
No, it's
With a P. Walks through the wall?
No, not Walks Through the Wall.
No,
It's
not Walks Through the Wall. It's like it becomes.
It's the house.
Yeah.
There's
Amity.
a,
It's not. It's not Amity.
no,
Horror.
it's not that one.
Are you thinking of the Poltergeist?
There
you
we
go,
I think that's
Poltergeist.
it. I knew it was.
That's
yeah.
one that I. That's
Right
one that
there.
I saw recently because I thought, all right, you know what? I'm gonna give it another shot. Let me go check this thing out, and it was just a disappointment, you know.
No, which one did you watch? What
Part
was it-
1, 2, 3.
Is it the most recent one?
I think so, and I think the thing
'Cause
about that,
I think they did a remake of
they
it.
did, yeah.
Yeah,
So I think actually, yeah, I think it was the one right before the most recent remake. So like they remade it from like I think the 70s,
Yeah.
and then they launched it. That's the one I saw, and I think they remade it again because I think I saw a trailer for it, and I was like, you can change it all you want, but I already saw the fucking movie, so I'm not gonna waste my money. The biggest shock to me was, I think towards the end of Poltergeist, or like right in the middle, they go to like a Jewish cemetery, and there's actually like there was either a rabbi or a Jewish guy there. I was like, oh, this is unusual. They actually have Jews in the movie now. This is weird.
What?
I don't know. You never really see him in there. Which is fine, you know?
I don't
I just
know.
thought it was I thought it was a rant. I mean, it was a while ago, and I didn't see it. I don't know how that was a problem, but okay.
It's always the Jews' fault somehow.
Not what I said at all.
That was the problem.
Yeah.
That was- that's
Originally, what you had said, there was nothing wrong with that.
anyways, yeah. So those movies like are good in terms of like where they stand when they came out. Like The Exorcism for its time, it's just one of the best. One of what was one of the greatest films, right? Um,
Horror film.
Yeah, but I think that's what makes a a piece of art, whether it's music or movies, great. Between good and great is that it stands the test of time.
What's a
If
movie
it
you
was
liked?
only good
Uh-huh.
for then and not like I can't rewatch it now. I'm just like, was it a great movie? A good movie.
Yeah, we've
What were
been
you gonna
talking.
ask?
I was just gonna say like, what's a movie that you saw that you know no one else liked, but you're like, I really liked it.
Threat Level Midnight.
That's a good movie.
That's a fucking great movie.
What about Lethal Weapon 4?
I haven't seen it.
um, I think the movie that I saw that no one else liked was Hereditary. Uh,
Never even heard of that.
Hereditary is it's a movie about a family who is involved in like satanic culture.
Who's on your shirt? Who you got on your shirt there?
Me?
Yeah. Is
Oh,
that who I think it is?
who is it?
Oh no, I thought it was Albert Einstein.
No, I'm not
I
sure.
only saw like a little piece of the corner of it. I was gonna say you should follow his footsteps and be a little bit more knowledgeable about stuff. Never mind.
Um, yeah, so that's one movie. I can't think of any other ones that I saw that no one else
That was
liked.
a horrible movie.
Hereditary?
Yeah, like I knew it as soon as you put it on. I was like, I'm not gonna like this. You're like, no, give it a try. I was like, I know I'm not gonna like it. And by the end, I was like,
You know what I wanted to like?
That's
What was that
right.
movie with Johnny Depp? That not Secret Window, the other one we were talking about. Damn it.
Johnny Depp.
Yeah,
And-
yeah.
more than that.
He goes to Europe and he follows a guy who's like trying to summon the devil, and he
Oh, The Ninth Gate.
Yeah, there you go.
What? I have not seen that one.
I
I
watched that
wanted-
one. I didn't like that one either.
I wanted to like it so bad, but yeah, it's just
Yeah, it wasn't that good.
And Secret Window too was kind of like
Yeah, I know. I think okay. So for me, that would be it. Usually when I ask people to watch it, then just like, I really like it.
Seven. Brad Pitt, Morgan Freeman.
No, that's a great movie.
Exactly.
That movie.
That's a good
Oh,
one.
That's
man.
not a movie that's
That's
like
not a horror movie.
yeah, that's not a horror movie that only you like.
It's
I
too
think
bad
that's a
Kevin.
great
It's too
movie
bad
all the
Kevin
way around.
Spacey's in it. You know what I'm saying?
why.
Because of what happened with Kevin Spacey.
Yeah, but that doesn't represent the movie.
Yeah, it's got nothing to do with the movie.
No, sure. I was just making a reference to the fact that like he's a fucking like high level socialite in the whole Epstein thing. But I'll leave it at that.
The horrible segue.
You
So
just know how to.
It's true. I mean, I don't want to get into
Moving on
it.
to topic.
I don't want to.
Conversation. Very good conversation.
I don't want. We're having a good conversation about movies. No, that shit was trash. Welcome
Cut
everybody.
it off.
No,
I have no problem cutting